Hey family, it's Joseph here. Sorry it's been about over a week since my last video. I've been extremely busy. The more I've been on this journey and being of service and helping people, the more that I'm asked to speak and the more people that have asked me to be their spiritual mentor. I've been pretty caught up in like 7 group chats right now, gratitude chats and inspiration chats and different stuff. So life's pretty exciting. The topic that came to me that I really wanted to talk about was staying dedicated, staying focused. For me, this is where I've always struggled. I'm usually extremely good at staying full speed ahead for about a month or two, obtaining short-term goals. I'm really good at that. But I know it's for long-term goals. Like my goal right now is to be an inspirational speaker. Writing a book, having a big YouTube following. These aren't typically short-term goals. These are things that are worked towards, and little by little, it's kind of built up. Clientele's built up, so to speak. So, for me, this is the thing that I struggle with is staying focused on long-term goals. And this time around, it's been the longest I've ever stayed focused. It's been a little over 2 months, and I think 3 things have really helped me to stay focused. The first thing is remembering the pain that I first had when I started this journey. I was at a place to where I was living in fear and regret, and I was scared. I didn't like being around people. I wasn't speaking very often. I wasn't a mentor to too many people. I was playing video games all day long. I was doing a lot of things that didn't involve people. It involved me being comfortable and me safe. And when I'm comfortable and I'm safe, sure, that feels nice, but I typically don't like who I am. Right? I'm not shooting for the stars. I'm not experiencing life. I'm playing it safe, sitting inside my house like a hermit. And that's where I was at prior, and I just felt disappointed all the time, and I didn't like who I was. I heard a speaker share this one time, and this has been so true. I can choose an easy life and have a hard one, or I can have a hard life, choose a hard life and have an easy one. And what he means by that is when I have an easy life, I avoid fear, I avoid confrontation, I avoid walking through, limited beliefs. I avoid talking to people. I avoid working at that dream job. I avoid possibly making more money. I avoid possibly, being shut down on an opportunity, and my feelings being hurt or disappointed, whatever it is. And my life ends up being hard. For the reason being that I'm continuously in fear. And although I'm sitting in my crap, I'm comfortable there. Today I'm choosing a hard life. From the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, I am living this thing. I wake up and I visualize, listen to my affirmations, I do my gratitude list with my girlfriend. Then I go to work, I listen to more affirmations on my drive to work. I then at 10 a.m. do a gratitude list with my whole entire department. It's very cool. The president comes in and does it with us sometimes. The marketing director's in there doing it sometimes with us. At noon, I speak to a couple of people that I give suggestions to, advice to. And then I do more meditation, more visualization. At 3 o'clock, I do, 5 things that I love about myself that I did that day, and meditate for a couple of minutes. At 4:30, if I'm available, I, write in my book that I'm writing, at least 250 words. 7 o'clock, I do, tell myself how much I love me and certain things I did again, right? Meditate again. And then before I go to bed, I visualize. So I stay focused from the moment that I wake up until the moment I go to bed. That's huge for me. Because the more that I do this, the more easier it is for me to continue on this journey. And I've had days where I'm like, you know what? I just want to take today off. I don't feel like doing it today. I know where that leads for me, though. When I don't do it today, it's that much easier for me tomorrow to go, you know what? I don't really feel like doing it today either. I'll do it tomorrow. And then it's tomorrow, for a long time until I finally get back to where I have enough pain and where I'm motivated to get to where I'm at again. So I stay focused. The second thing that I do is I have accountability all around me. I'm part of 7 group chats right now. I go to, gatherings all the time, spiritual gatherings of different sorts, 12-step programs that I end up going to. And so I have people all around me that continuously I'm staying accountable to. So if I'm off, people will know. They'll be able to call me out and say, hey, what's going on? Why aren't you, you having a rough time? You're not your usual self as of lately. And that's been absolutely huge. The third thing that I do is visualization and journaling. These things go together for me. Journaling helps me to see the thought patterns that are going through my head on a regular basis. The more that I see my regular thought patterns, the more that I'm able to bring awareness into my thought patterns. The more that I bring awareness into my thought patterns, the less that I act out of how I used to act. Now that's great. I'm at this place where I no longer want to act out of the limited beliefs that I did before. What do I now fill it with? What is my new direction, right? How do I do something new? I don't know how to do something new. I only know how to do what I've always done for the last, 30 years. And to me, what I do is I visualize. Like I said, 3 times a day. When I first wake up, at noon, and before I go to bed. When I visualize and I tie emotion, I see myself speaking in front of people and I'm helping them, and I see people being grateful, that I'm there to speak and are grateful for the fact that I could speak with such truth, things that I dealt with, to help them find out in them what it is that they're struggling with, so they too can find a solution. They too can live a grateful life. They too can love their life like I do. And I visualize that. The funny thing is that my brain automatically then starts becoming confident, because that's what an inspirational speaker to me would look like. I start becoming more loving. I start becoming more positive towards other people and sharing positivity with them. I start speaking with more passion and encouragement, because that's what an inspirational speaker speaks with. And this goal could be the same with anything. I've been doing it with money as well too, and I noticed as of recently, my money went from something that controlled me, right? My bank account determined what decisions I made. And today it doesn't. Money is a servant to me. And what changed? I just visualized myself with an abundance of money, right? I could see me touching, holding money, see it coming into my life. And the funny thing is now I'm making business decisions that before I would never see. I'm starting to make money in areas that I never was aware of that I could even do before. And this all started to me. I've only been visualizing for like a month and a half or so. I've been on this journey for like a little bit over 2 months, but I've been visualizing for only about a month and a half. And it has changed. My thought processes are different. The way I view the world is different. My positivity and gratitude is different. My problem solving skills, my outlook, everything has changed. And it's been because of those 3 things that I just talked about. And one more thing, if you're just starting out to where, you're sick and tired of being where you're at, you're tired of not being motivated, you're tired of not living your dreams, you're tired of not being proud of who you are, take a step today and make a commitment. Challenge yourself to find things, at least a couple of times a day, 5 things that you're grateful for. Challenge yourself to find what is it that your goals are. What is it that you want to do with your life? Do you want to work in a certain profession? Do you want to help a whole bunch of people? Do you want to be happier more? Whatever it is, first, write all this out. What is it that you want to achieve? Then once you have what you want to achieve, then you want to visualize and see yourself at the end goal like you have it right now. So for instance, when I'm speaking, I see myself on a stage speaking in front of people and them clapping and being grateful that I'm there, and me feeling grateful to be there and sharing love with people. That's the end goal. You see that for yourself. Tie emotion to it as if you have it now. How would you feel if you obtained this right now? Right? And what tying emotion into a vision does is it ties it into your subconscious brain. Hence why when you were a child, the memories you remember the most are times of pain or times of a joy. Because when we tie emotion to something, it is embedded into our DNA and it drives us, right? Things that were joyful, you want to do again. Things that were painful, you want to avoid, right? It helps make your decisions for you. So tie emotions to it and it will drive you and help you succeed at what goals that you want to succeed. Little by little, I think you too will start seeing that your thought patterns and your perspective has changed drastically, and you don't know what happened, but I guarantee you it's due to the visualization and tying emotion to it. It's huge. Your brain does not know the difference between an actual event and something that you picture in your mind, hence a nightmare, right? Also, there's been studies about this. Let's say I go and I shoot a basketball hoop or I shoot a basketball for an hour. and then you shoot it, you close your eyes and you see yourself shooting a basketball in your head for an hour. The same parts of the brain are used, as well as the person becomes just as efficient as the person who's shooting the hoops physically in real life versus the person who's picturing it being done. That's why visualization is so important, is you're already doing the things, you're already seeing the outcome, you're already programming your brain to know what that looks like. Once you can see it in your hand, everything's created twice. You first see it in your mind, and then it's created in reality. Everything, look at it, the houses that you see. Someone had an idea in their head of what it was going to look like, then they put it on paper, and then it was built. Everything that we see first started in the head, and then it manifests in front of us. So I want to challenge you. Shoot for your goals. You're capable of it. I truly believe that you are capable of anything that is that you believe you can do. To me, my power is in my belief. You know, a carpenter said this. Believe and it shall be done unto you. Right? So my job is to believe. That is it. How do I believe? Visualization, affirmations, seeing me already accomplishing this which I want to attract into my life. That's what helps me believe, and that's what brings it in my life. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you have a good night. If you have a topic that you'd like me to touch on, please put it in the comment section below. Also, my friend Kim made another trailer that I'm going to put in the comment section again below as well. If you like the video, subscribe and like, please. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.